Cheers. Well, I've just gone through the first checkpoint, about an hour and a half. Feels like a decent pace, but I wouldn't say I was quite into my running yet. Don't really know how that's going to equate to a finish time, but marshals are fantastic at that checkpoint. I just gave them a bottle, they did everything for me, and I left within a minute. So let's see how we go on this next section. Okay. Oh, thanks. Could I just have back the water, please? Yeah, probably need a very quick rinse if you don't mind. It's got some other stuff in it. Yeah, just a very quick rinse, yeah. Just gone through the second checkpoint, nice and slick, still running quite well. It's about 18 miles, just over 2.5 hours. It's on the right side of a lovely pond. I'm just going to try and see how long I can maintain this pace for before I have to ease back. But on the flat, I'm generally running between kind of 7:45, 8-minute miling, which is probably faster than I would normally do in an ultra, so we'll just see how it goes, see how long I can maintain it, and then hang on as best I can. Thank you. Cheers. No rush. There we go. Where are we going, round here?
I think it's downside here.
Hi.
342, what's coming down?
Two. I'm just heading towards Woodsets now. That's where the drop bag is. I don't think I'm going to do anything other than just get the rest of my food. I don't think I'm going to change any clothes. Hopefully do another fairly quick pit stop. I went through marathon in exactly 3:52, which sounds pretty good considering the conditions. My sort of flat pace has dropped now to kind of between 8.5 and 9 minute miling, but I think that'll do me now. If I can just hold it together, then I could be on for a reasonable good time. Taking my time over the styles, some of them are quite high, and I'm desperately trying to avoid cramp, but dropping along quite nicely, so we'll keep going. Thank you.
Back 48342.
Right, I've been going nearly 34.5 miles, 5 hours 10. I feel like I'm on my way home now, sort of halfway between Woodset and Furbeck, but I have to admit it's getting hard now. Trying to maintain a decent pace on the flat, it's becoming more and more of a shuffle, which I suppose I've got to expect. So really I've kind of got it in my head now, it's a case of hanging on in as best I can over these last maybe 3 hours, and seeing what I can get. Just coming up towards Shabby, just over 38 miles done, 5 hours 50. Everything's urgent now. This is now real deep time. My quads in particular, which is really surprising because it's relatively flat. I thought my quads were in good nick, but I guess it's the fact that I'm just running everything instead of walking, so I guess that's what it is, but it's going to be a long 12 miles. I'm only about a mile from the Maltby checkpoint. Last is a hill, so I can justify having a walk. My quads are getting really trashed. Finding getting running really hard. But once I've got going, I seem to be plodding okay. So I thought as a projected time, it's exactly 6 hours gone now, and I've got about 10.5 miles to go. But in my current state, it's not going to be an easy 10 miles. I'd really love to get under 8 hours, but it's going to be really touch and go. But we shall try, and if I can use that as a bit of a motivator to keep me going and get me there, then I will. But whatever, it's going to be a big PB for me. on this course, so let's see what we can do. Well, we're 45.5 miles. We're not just coming into Hooton Roberts. We're a little short distance onto Old Denby, the last feed station. I think 8 hours is ebbing away rapidly. My legs, I just can't do anything about it. My legs are just trashed now. I'm just trying to hang on in as much as I can. Just running along with Brian and Richard here. I think the 8 hours, I think realistically I need to be in Old Denby by 6.5 hours, which is only a quarter of an hour from now. So, sorry, I should say 7.5 hours. So it's only a quarter of an hour from now, which I think is pretty unlikely. We've got another big climb to do. So I think it's just going to be a case of take that pressure off and just get in the best time that I can and see whatever that is. Well, this is the checkpoint at Old Denby. I've just managed to run all the way up the last big hill there. Bang on 7.5 hours now. Which is a bit of a bugger because it means I'm going to have to try and break 8 hours. I think half an hour is going to be touch and go the way my legs are, but I'm going to give it a go. We'll see what happens. So I'm probably not going to film anything on this last section. It'll be a world of pain, and we'll see what we can get out of it. Well, I suppose the fact that I'm filming this says I've only got a minute and a half to break 8 hours. I gave it a good go, but I've still got probably another half a mile left. So I gave it a good shot. Really pleased with my run. I mean, I've had to dig really deep this last 20 miles, but it's going to be a PB by about an hour and a quarter. So can't complain with that.